All right, it is time for rapid fire. We asked you guys to send us your questions on Twitter at UFC_now. You can keep on sending them in. All right, first one up from Christian Vasquez wants to know, how can I have a stronger shin? How can I build a stronger shin to have a better kick? DC.
Well, when I first started, Javier Mendez had this little rolling stick. It was like about this big, about this long, and he would actually just sit and bang my shin with the stick for a long time, and it hurt. Yeah. He wouldn't hit it very hard, but he would continue to do it. We'd do it in like 10-minute increments where he would just bang at my shin for a little bit. Yeah. And eventually I started, it didn't hurt as much when I kicked. So obviously it built the shin.
Build up like scar tissue?
Scar tissue. Anytime you can callus over your shin or callus over your ribs from getting gut wrenched or anything, it helps. You know, it's like you're building almost like you're immune to the pain that comes with kicking or getting your ribs wrenched on.
I'm made of adamantium steel inside. That's my structure. I'm like Wolverine.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what it takes.
To be honest. No, even just kicking a heavy bag will strengthen the shins because, again, like DC said, you'll get a little bit of a callus and the bones kind of break down. They get little micro fractures and then they get stronger over time. A lot of the Thai guys will just kick a bag. Everyone thinks they're kicking wooden trees. No. Kick a heavy bag again and again and again.
I do think, though, that I should tell all the kids at home that you should not try this at home. This is for professional fighters. It's something to do under the advisement of your coach. Yes. Let your coach hit you if he's going to do it. Don't be hitting yourself at home with little Kenny Florian dolls. All right. Number 2, Zach Covert wants to know, what are the best things to eat on a college budget? I like that. That's a good question. Kenny?
Best things, what does that mean? Like healthy stuff? I guess it's healthy stuff.
You know, you could eat ramen noodles.
Listen, water's free. So you drink your water. You get your veggies, your chicken breast. That's, pretty healthy, right? I mean, they're pretty simple to do.
That's easy.
Don't just go with like that soup that everybody
ramen
gets,
noodles.
that ramen noodle soup. And
you don't like that?
It's great.
Good,
it's great.
You turn your nose up at ramen.
But it's not the healthiest
So much sodium
thing.
in that?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a sodium intake for a week in that.
It's so bad. But it tastes so good. Ramen noodles to this day.
Also, don't spend it all on alcohol.
That's the thing. What you got to do is like, okay, there are some restaurants. I mean, even Chipotle. Yeah. It's not very expensive. Yeah. That's clean eating. I mean, you've got to find stuff that's within your budget. Chicken breast pack only costs $6, $5. Yeah. That's more than one meal. You just cook it in increments. That's what I used to do as a college kid, I would eat half of stuff until I ran out.
Yeah.
All right. Raul Shaw wants to know, which were K-Flow's and DC's, both of you guys, your toughest opponent and why?
Oh, geez. Let's see. For me, my most difficult opponent was BJ Penn. I think that the way that we matched up and the points of our careers, he was the toughest opponent for me. Excellent boxer, so tough to take down. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and his boxing was way superior than mine when we fought. So great learning experience and definitely the hardest I've ever been punched.
Oof.
Mine was Josh Barnett. When I fought Josh Barnett, I was only 9 fights into my career. And to fight a guy I had looked up to, black belt jiu-jitsu, fair striker, but intense, a former UFC champion, ton of experience. I mean, he had 35 fights to my 9, and he beat me up, man. I was all cut up and I was bruised. It's the only time in my career to this point that I've had to deal with adversity. I was cut. He had me caught in a leg lock, which is his money position. Right. Just made me fight 25 minutes. Just a tough, gritty guy that no matter what I did to him, he was going to be there to answer the next bell. Josh Barnett, hands down.
All right. Both lessons learned for both of you guys. All right. Well, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at UFC_now. If you have a question, we will answer it next week. For Kenny Florian and DC, I am Jen Brown, and we will see you next week.